Well, let's very quickly, because you kind of prejudged it anyway, let's do The Last Witch Hunter.
I didn't prejudge it at all.
Well, you sort of did. So The Last Witch
said it
Hunter
might be
is a movie which has kind of been willed into existence by Vin Diesel, who it turns out is the world's biggest Dungeons and Dragons fan. And this is basically a kind of very post-Twilight, very much Highlander light romp. Vin Diesel plays Calder, who is an ancient witch hunter who at the beginning of the film is cursed with immortality, so he will have to carry around his burden for the rest of his life. Then we move to a modern-day setting in which something which you've seen very much before. There are, in fact, magic folk living amongst us, so there's a slight Harry Potter edge to all this, and they are being kept in check by the latter-day witch hunter played by Vin Diesel. But events conspire against him, so he has to team up with Chloe, played by Rose Leslie, and they must join forces to stop an ancient evil arising. And it's one of those movies in which it's played pretty much like a video game. I mean, it's playing entirely towards its fan base. It's kind of going, okay, well, we're aiming ourselves absolutely at the teen boy fan base, so you can't throw a runestone without hitting a member of, the cast of Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones or Dark Knight. And everything proceeds from one set piece to the next in utterly perfunctory fashion, as if you're doing some kind of video game jump from level 1 to level 2. Vin Diesel does that Vin Diesel performance that he does. I mean, it's really funny because there's been some question in the past about whether or not Jason Statham has range. Vin Diesel. Jason Statham has, but he does what he does. Michael Caine is there, albeit briefly, as something to drive the plot forward. But I didn't think it was as terrible as it could have been. I thought it's as hokey as anything, and it makes no sense, and it looks like it's setting itself up for a franchise which I can't imagine is going to fly. But on the other hand, it is what it is. It's a Dungeons and Dragons enthusiast-led project aimed entirely at the teen fanboy market that keeps saying to you, well, if you don't like this bit, don't worry, because there'll be somebody along in a moment from a film which you do like.